before we hear from Vice Chancellor Cunningham and Vice Chancellor McCardle, I want to recognize our current Sewanee Club presidents who are doing a great job. Jason Luna, he's so dutiful, he's even got the camera here. Class of 1994.
Five.
Okay. And Carol Kilbrew, who is right here, class of 1983. And Jason and Carol stepped up about a year ago when we needed some leadership in terms of the new Sewanee Club president. They volunteered and they are in the position to do a great job. So we appreciate that. I also want to recognize Jim Cate, who's a past president of Associated Alumni, who is here with us tonight. So thank you very much. And it's always a great gathering when Sewanee folks are together, anywhere, at any time, any place. We're particularly honored tonight to have Vice Chancellor Cunningham, Joel, and his wife Trudy, who've been with us for 10 years up on the mountain. So tonight we're here to honor them, to thank them for the great service. And we also welcome, we're going to hear from Joel, we also welcome the McCardles, so Vice Chancellor-elect John McCardle from Middlebury, who will resume his duties July 1, and his wife Bonnie. And undoubtedly, John and Bonnie get the Distance Award tonight, because they flew in from Vermont just today to be with us here tonight. So if we would, let's give a warm Lookout Mountain Chattanooga reception for John.
I will be very brief, but I want to thank you all so much for being a part of what has been an extraordinarily warm welcome. I might have thought it would be instinctive for a group of graduates and parents and friends of the University of the South warmly to welcome someone who has spent the last 34 years of his life and career in Vermont. But until Bonnie and I actually had the opportunity to experience the warmth and the sincerity and the depth of that welcome, we would not have thought that instinctive. We realize what a very, very special community we are joining, and we're just as excited as we can be about becoming a part of this family, immediate and extended, in July. I want to thank Charlie for that warm introduction, and in particular, I want to thank Joel and Trudy Cunningham, than whom there could not be a more gracious or representative Sewanee couple of Sewanee leaders. We realize that we are standing on, 15 sets of gigantic shoulders, but most especially theirs. And in our own inadequate and modest way, Trudy and Joel, we thank you for the many, many kindnesses you have shown us during this transition period, including allowing Bonnie to come into Chen Hall last week and move furniture around and splash paint on the wall and do all these things that you so good-naturedly allowed us to do. I said when I was introduced back in January, and I have come ever more fully to realize the truth of what was not rhetorical then, but it is even more sincere and genuine now, that to be chosen as the Vice Chancellor and President at the University of the South is so much more than to be offered a position or be asked to do a job. And I don't know which alumnus it was who said this, but whoever it was exactly right. This is a calling, this is a gift, this is a blessing. And we sincerely and humbly answer the call, accept the gift, receive the blessing, and promise that we will pour ourselves into this university in the days and years ahead. We are genuinely excited about becoming a part of Sewanee. We can't wait to get started. I met with Charlie and the alumni board a few weeks ago. we get accused, we've been on the mountain 3 times since the announcement, and each time we've arrived, the weather has been more dreadful than the time before. We're supposed to show up again in about 10 days, and everybody's just quaking in their boots about what that's going to mean. We've brought snow and ice and all sorts of other wintry mixings, as they say, in New England. But we hope that if winter comes, spring will not be far behind. And I said to the alumni board on one of those snowy days, and I repeat this for you, that no vice chancellor's job is ever done until, and this is why the work is eternal, until every time you meet an interesting person, every time you read an interesting book, every time you hear an interesting idea, the first thought, the very first thought that should come to mind is, how can we use this for the benefit of Sewanee? That is the way, over time, a university manages to reach the ripe old age of 150 plus. That is why this university has reached the heights on which it now stands. That is why I hope that working with you, we can set our feet on loftier places still in time to come. We are so honored to be a part of this community. We so much look forward to coming to the mountain in July and to getting to know you over the years as we work together, always in the interests of the University of the South. EQB, thank you.
Thank you, John. We're just excited to have you here in Tennessee and look forward to the next trip to Chattanooga, which will be a much shorter commute for you than the one that you took today. And so we did welcome the McCardles and eagerly anticipate their arrival, but we're really here to thank you for coming against tonight.